Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pterodactyl. I'm Zach, I'm a clairvoyant psychic, and today I sound like a frog. Hi guys, it's been over a week and I did forget to make a community post to let you guys know that I unfortunately have been sick, really sick. I think I actually had COVID again, and any psychics in here know that when you get a head cold or anything to do with sinuses, the entire psychic senses are like muted completely. So even if I had energy, there was no ability to bring through any messages. Now, I do sound kind of funny today, but I have enough energy and I really did feel called to do some readings today. So there are going to be 3 piles to choose between. What I'm going to do to save a little bit of energy is draw tarot cards in advance. And we're going to take a look at perhaps one main message from Spirit based on your current situation, and we're going to pull through some advice. So if that sounds interesting, before you choose a pile, do make sure you make an effort to ground your energy, because when you ground your energy, it really gives us the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can pull through the most useful information for you. So take a couple deep breaths, maybe turn the lights down low or light a couple candles. That process is going to look a little different for each of us. Once your energy is grounded, choose between the piles, and I will meet you at your reading. Hey, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just describe for you the energy that I'm seeing. And I guess before that, you guys have the Knight of Cups, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and 9 of Cups. So we have dreaming or a message. We have a concept of recognition or collaboration. Something to do with a disconnect between your mind and your heart. Logic is blocking your emotions at this time. There's something about busying yourself into a task and then questioning something to do with emotional satisfaction. Okay, so let's kind of piece this together. Knight of Cups. I honestly see for some of you that there is someone that you work with or that you see often. And by often, I mean think about you go to the office every day to work. So it would be some place like that. So that could be the grocery for some of you or the gym for others of you. And I feel like there's something about this connection that you're yearning for, but you think it doesn't make sense. Okay, so that could be as simple as you don't want to approach this person at work because at work, use that other example I gave you about the gym or someplace you usually go. There's something about you thinking that it's improper to make a move, and I think that that's what we're talking about. Now, for others of you, this doesn't have anything to do necessarily with relationships, but like a dream of yours. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer. He is so romantic, but the thing about him is he loves to start projects, not necessarily finish them. He is someone who has, probably reading myself a little bit here, so much creative ability and potential if he could just see it through. He starts things and there's magic in all of them, but he almost just loses himself in that creative process, and he's always branching off into different pursuits, doesn't really stand the test of time. A real romantic, a true dreamer. And so I feel like there's something that you guys want to receive recognition on, or perhaps there's like a dream collaboration that you have in mind. Okay. And it's like you don't want to reach out for some reason. And if I could just cut through all of everything that I'm seeing, you're using logic to solve an emotional issue, and that's never going to help you. And as a result, you're going to box in your perspective and then find other ways to deal with that energy. And what I'm feeling like is like you're either busying yourself in something else. And I feel like what I'm supposed to reveal to you is that subconsciously things are blocked because your heart knows what to do, but your mind is trying to be the one that's in charge. And we really have to be able to use both throughout life. And this situation seems to have to do with compassion or love or feelings. And we're trying to use logic to get out of it. And as a result, I feel like that doesn't really necessarily work for you. It's like wanting and having a dream to do something, a talent, like to pursue a creative talent, but you're coming up with all of the ways that it's not going to work. And that's how we can use our intelligence against us. It is a blessing in this life, and it is unique to humans. And that intelligence, however, is a double-edged sword. So it can be used to kind of box ourselves in. And, you're not doing this intentionally. It's just, I almost feel like human nature to sort of protect ourselves from failure and to kind of quote unquote be realistic. But the Knight of Cups says don't do that, right? Don't box yourself in with being realistic. The Nine of Cups at the very end of your reading is a very positive card. I love to see that. What it says to me, pile one, is to have the conviction to dream big. Follow your heart's desires. What do you want to experience? And try not to come up with all the ways that it won't work. There are going to be people who assist you throughout life. It totally does feel like a talent, an ability, something along these lines, like a passion pursuit. Some of you could want to, it's like a dream job, right? It's a dream job for some of you, and you're just not making a move for very logical reasons. Maybe you think that you're going to have to experience a pay cut. Okay, that could be for some of you. And then for others of you, it's you have your eye on some very competitive field, but I'm here to tell you, and I've been in this field my entire life, every single art pursuit is competitive. That is the nature of art. It's why my parents were so vehemently against me pursuing art because it's so competitive. But that doesn't mean you can't do it, but that illustrates perfectly what using logic in a situation is going to do to your heart. You're always going to have that yearning, and you're going to pick up other things along the way that are going to distract you. But deep down, are you emotionally satisfied? What is going to emotionally satisfy you? That's what we kind of want to figure out here. So I'm very curious, you guys. I want to see first what these Earth Magic cards are. You have Cave with Sanctuary, definitely. Sorry guys, I had to sneeze. You have Cave with Sanctuary. Definitely gives me Artist in the dark. Actually, does it not perfectly illustrate what we have going on right here? That's very curious to me. You have Rain with Purification. And you also have Tsunami with Wake Up Call. Wow. Okay. Very interesting, because what's coming through is this emphasis on the rain and the sleet and the darkness and the confusion, okay? And what we have is a message here about putting down the burdens and stop using logic to solve this situation, okay? For those of you who this is a romantic interest, we're trying to come up with all the ways that it can't work or all the ways that it might be inappropriate, but try not to let society dictate your desire, okay? And try not to settle. if that is a part of your desire to have a great love or to experience this, interesting romance. I'm getting this kind of like Romeo and Juliet vibe, okay? And for others of you, that Romeo and Juliet vibe is you being in a career that seemingly supports you, but it definitely is devoid of passion. And try not to settle, okay? So we want to use a lot of water, obviously. A tsunami is not a small wave. It is a gigantic wave. And we have rain with purification. So we really got to allow the emotions to flow. As a result of using logic, we're damming them. Right? We're damming them up, and they're not going to be, they're just going to cause this inner turmoil because we're trying to figure out something, but we're not allowing ourselves. This is interesting. It's coming through as we're not allowing ourselves to do what we already know that we want to do or experience. We've already identified how to get out of it, how to make it happen. We've already identified all of those things, but we're trying to go about it in the most kind of like obtuse way, right? And so the energy that I'm picking up from this earth magic is a confirmation first with this cave and sanctuary, right? You're kind of like holding yourself up in an attempt to avoid making this decision or avoid cutting this off or avoid taking action to get it and to make this dream of yours materialize. Try not to look at the big picture, right? The end goal. Try to just identify the next possible step, right? Because I feel like there's an element of practice here, right? Some of you, it's building up confidence. Others of you, it's practicing day in and day out, showing up every single day, even if your muse escapes you, just because that dedication is so much more valuable than inspiration. Okay, you gotta really dedicate to something. Now, I also see us needing to kind of get our head and heart into a better balance because right now we're creating this gigantic wave and eventually it will come, right? And just wash everything away is what I'm hearing. And we don't want it to get that far, right? We don't need it to get that far. So let's heed this 9 of Cups and just sort of like make a wish without identifying anything. What do you want? What is it? What is it through this lens of the Knight of Cups? Anything to do with dreams, longings, beliefs. Okay, romance as well. Anything along those lines, put it through that lens and just allow yourself to dream, okay? And to allow yourself to, it's just that. I keep hearing it over and over again. You can, I could sum up this entire concept right now is you just need to allow yourself. You already know what this is. You're blocking yourself from it. Let's figure out what these final cards are. We have egotism and we have secrets. Oh, curious. We do have the moon appearing twice, okay? Now, with the egotism, I think it's because you're identifying something very competitive. Or this person, it could be a status different than yours, okay? Something to do with status, something to do with elevated status, okay? Try not to idolize anyone is a message that's coming through, okay? And just recognize that success is not instantaneous. Lots of people work in the dark, and it's okay to work in the dark while you're building your confidence, right? Okay, so another message coming through with the secrets card is if you guys are building something creatively, this could be a work of art, it could be a website, it could be a book, it could be a podcast, it could be a song, it could be something along these lines. It's going to be different for each of us. Let that be secret for a while yet, okay? Don't hold on to it forever. Don't lack the confidence to eventually share that with people, but there is an element for some of you creatives in this pile to not show your hand right now, okay? And to wait until a point where the work can be shown for itself, right? There is an element of recognition coming through. That could be a desire or a prediction. Alrighty, so that seems to be about most of it. I am very curious about kind of what I feel like is a concept of love. So let's just see if I can't tap into that. Okay, for pile 1, please. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's what I'm getting. Something to do with difference. It could be a difference of age. It could be a difference in status. Something to do with that. release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And I feel like that is very, very relevant here, okay? With the Three of Swords, the wake-up call, and the purification all put through the Knight of Cups, definitely identifying a romantic connection that needs to be let go of. And the best advice I have for you, because it's practical, I've done it myself, we also have yet another moon, is to write a letter to this person. Okay, you're not going to give it to them, but you're going to burn it, right? Write everything. Allow yourself to write everything you want to say to them and burn it. And you will feel different. Burn it with the intention of releasing them, for sure. But burning that letter and collecting those ashes and bringing them outside and burying them, that's going to be super helpful. I've done this before, and I'm here to say that it really does work. Now, as a result, I think it's going to free up something energetically for you, and that's a reading into the future. Right now, we just need to doctor what's going on in this present moment, but look forward to that. Recognize that if you do take action to sort of sort out this blocked energy, right, there's a big dam that we kind of need to break. There are going to be new forms of energy and new opportunities that come in the future as a result. Okay, so I think that's the end of your reading, but what I'm going to do is just make a little bit of room and to draw some final messages. These are spirit guide messages. That's so many. Okay. We have new details, 360, fierce, shine, the letter B, could be this person, clear winner, musician, scenery. Did you see that? And the moon again. The moon coming so many times. Okay, so there's definitely someone or something, some subconscious programming that we're not addressing, right? We're just not addressing it. And I'm not here to call anyone out. I'm guilty of this too. We seem to be procrastinating something, okay? And as a result, it's really blocking a lot of energy, right? New details really trying to come through, some sort of like pursuit. We gotta use a little bit less logic and turn into the portal of our heart. Curious did you see that? It makes me think of a ghost for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so these messages, they could be synchronistic to you, all right? And I think that this is it. I'm not fully well yet, so I don't want to go full blown in to try to divine every single one of these. I have 2 more readings to get through. I'm getting so much better every single day, you guys. If you made it this far into this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a healthy winter, the next season of your life. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. You guys have the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, King of Wands, the Devil, and the Eight of Cups. I'm picking up on, first, we have the energy of the cups on the outside. And the fact that they go from 7 to 8 is a nice progression. And it feels like there's something here. And, what's in the middle is the journey from A to B, okay? And it's very interesting because we have the Devil, which we have 2 people right here, and we have, I feel like, 2 people right here. So these are giving me strong masculine presences. Okay, so there could be an overbearing father figure energy in your life, something along those lines. Or this could truly be about your desire to break the mold, okay? And to go somewhere. But what I'm getting is someone trapped in a relationship. Now, that's not going to be for everyone because I feel like that's a little bit too specific, okay? And it feels like there's just this concept of a lot of drive right now. You guys have the Emperor and the King of Wands. So you guys really want to go somewhere, okay? But for some reason, you're trapped in both of these energies. And that's just a very curious message, okay? The Emperor is definitely on your side, and the King of Wands is definitely on your side. So what is the Devil representing? It could be a workaholic, okay, you guys? Something to do with just always going, always being on, always having just this lust for life and desire. And I just kind of like want to know like where you're going. I'm going to pull some cards. Okay, you guys, I'm not really getting a lot. And I don't think it's because I'm sick. What's going on? It's just like desire, losing yourself in the process, going, addiction or bad relationship, something that's not serving you, and then ultimately leaving. Okay, so maybe you guys just need to hear that energy in and of itself. Can I please know why we have what we have going on? A union, of course. Okay. Now, for some of you, there are two people pursuing you, okay? And there are two people pursuing you, okay? So the devil can just also represent, like, really good sex. And I feel like for a while, you guys have been really desiring, I think, more friendships or more relationships, okay? And there's definitely some offer coming through, okay? But ultimately, it ends up in the Eight of Cups. That's why I'm like, kind of like ignoring all of this and focusing a lot of attention here because you're leaving something behind, or that certainly is a lot of the advice. But let's keep going. I'm going to pull these cards. First, let's take a look at your Earth Magic Reflection, Gaia with nurturing, and Green Man with synergy. Okay. No rash decisions, but there is a decision that needs to be made. Okay. Or a new decision or a new perspective. Sorry. With nurturing and synergy, as well with reflection, there's something we really need to get grounded about right now. Okay. Because we lost ourselves here. These people are so driven. And then, okay. So all I'm saying right now is that there's a real need to get inside the body because we just have this like compulsive desire to drive forward and to work is what's coming through. Now, I don't know why we have this all interpreted through relationships though. It's like something is like, I don't know, it's like constricting us. Something is holding us in, okay, as far as our relationships go. What's interesting to me is the enigma up here is circled in red. We have the red figure here, the red figure here, the red figure here, and the cloaked red figure, leaving some emotional situation behind, okay? And that's just so much red. So I feel like this has to do with security or insecurity, okay? Something to do with, I don't know why we're trapped in this relationship. There's definitely this concept of being trapped in a relationship. You guys, I'm going to keep talking this one through. I'm going to reach for another deck. This is for pile 2, please. Can I have a little bit more of a specific read on this energy? King of Swords, Clarity, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, just Five of Swords, yeah, and the Moon. Okay, so there's something we're avoiding. No big deal. I hate saying that because I don't want people to feel called out, but that's the best, time I feel like Spirit has for you guys. Is a reading like this, right? So there's just something that's not imbalanced, okay? There's just too much drive. I see the Emperor next to the King of Wands, next to the Devil. There's too much drive, too much pushing forward. Maybe we're just entertaining too many people. There's just too much of something because all of our Earth energy says to get grounded and to get quiet, okay? Because we have to heal the body somehow, right? So you guys could be listening to some, what am I saying? Root chakra meditations could come through because there's something you're getting lost in, right? Some desire of yours, you're losing yourself in it a bit, okay? And, I gotta say, here, I'm gonna try something. This says, don't work so hard, okay? It says, recognize your power, because these are very positive cards to me, especially if you guys want to be entrepreneurs and if you consider yourself life path 1s, fire sign, okay? Or a business leader, something along that, okay? And I like this energy a lot. That's why I keep staring at it, okay? But there's something about this really good energy that says, opportunities in work, or you should be your own boss, or you should have your own career, or you should be in charge of a lot of people because you make a very strong leader. Very much a lot of security in the fact that you can lead other people. You feel most secure when you're in charge of people, when you're in charge of yourself, when you're your own boss. Now let's bring something else in. The devil. Okay, so this would say there is an unhealthy relationship between you and your boss. Are you your boss? So that would say if you are your own boss, you're being a workaholic right now. Time to get off the treadmill. It's a life's work, right? Let's move forward a bit. Leaving something behind, okay? So this could be representing two paths, okay? Or two people, and you're losing yourself in between them, okay? For some of you, this is definitely two career paths, two passion projects, and for others, it's two people, right? Because we had the two of cups come out. Where did I put that? I just put it back in the deck, okay? There's two, and the fact that we have leaving behind energy and bad relationship, one that's not serving you, something out of balance, something too much, it says there needs to be a decision, okay? Choose the one that's most authentic to you. All right, now let's take a look at these guys. Inspiration and order. Yeah. We have the sun-moon kind of concept coming through again. Picking up on the concept of freeing yourself, right? Gotta be able to pull those chains over your head. They're so loose, they're self-made. And you're going to be able to dance again, right? I feel like you're just... What is this? It's A and B. Here, let's do something. I was trying not to, but now I'm like annoyed slightly. And I love when I get annoyed in readings. That must sound really funny to you. So let's do something. Let's do something about this. I see this. Actually, we'll keep this just so we don't kind of forget it. Sorry for that gross sniffle. All right, so Spirit, show me the Emperor, please. The Emperor. Wheel of Fortune. It's supposed to be, okay, can I see the King of Wands? The Strength card. Of course, we would literally have a major arcana for both of them, okay? Wow. What are you? Yeah, not useful. Okay. So what I'm picking up with the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, you're supposed to be your own boss. You're supposed to be in charge. You're supposed to take the lead, right? And for some of you, you need to take action in your life. Now, if you identify as someone who's a workaholic, that message is not for you. But there's something about the Wheel of Fortune wanting to spin in your favor. It desires a hand, though. You got to take the wheel and turn it. The wheel cannot spin by itself. Strength with the King of Wands, ultimately leading into the Eight of Cups, an emotional relationship that has been testing your character, okay? But you have developed a lot because of this. Whoever this seems to be talking about, that relationship, although it is not perfectly healthy, it has been necessary. It is a fated relationship because you needed to grow a lot. You needed to develop self-confidence and courage and strength within. Interesting. Alrighty. Moving forward, let's wrap up with some messages from Spirit Guides. Okay. A dose of sunshine would do you well. Thunder, love to see that. There's definitely this concept of sex and sexual energy and sexual tension in a good way. We don't want to be leaking sexual energy though, so just make sure there's a balance there. Showcase, bold plan, early, today. Free yourself. Unsurpassed security. Yeah, that was that energy. Rare, ready, journey, musician. Okay, so this is very curious to me because I was getting all those messages at once, and this is why I'm sorry for saying this so often. It's not my favorite thing to do general readings because I can see just obvious messages for you, and it's actually inappropriate to blend them together to give you one concise message because that's not how it works energetically. There are people coming here to receive multiple messages, and so I can give it to you, but like it would just be teeny tiny pieces, and maybe that's what we'll just evolve into. You'll have to figure out what message is yours, but this is unsurpassed security, okay? It is also bold plan, it is showcase, it is ready, it is journey, It is today, right? That is all of that energy, okay? Early, free, rare, okay. Thunder, rare. Get outside, you guys. Get some sun. Free yourself. It's obviously you guys. And then the musician. It could be a desire of yours, okay? Musician is kind of just really light energy, and I'm going to put it over here with thunder, which if you guys have been on this channel for a while, you know I love this message so much because it talks to me about the most romantic thunderstorm, late summer on the New England countryside, and it's just filled with magic and potential. And that's you guys. There's something about just being ready, right? Really just being ready to take control of your life, to steer it in a direction that you desire, okay? You desire this direction. And for others of you who this does have to do with love, let's look at that. I'm already invested. Okay, I'm going to illustrate this relationship for you. Okay, you'll know who is who. Okay, let's do this. Show me the Emperor. Love yourself first, yeah. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Something to do with stepping into your power, pile 2. I think you've been learning a lot of these lessons. We made that comment already. Show me, please, the King of Wands. Open mind, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. Show me the Emperor. Friend zone, you must be willing to make the fool. There's this concept coming through about making a move. Seeing you would make it worse. Karma, absolutely. Okay, so there's a karmic relationship. That's a message for you guys. We already discussed it. Show me the King of Wands. Better by myself, absolutely. Younger, barista, scar, significant scar, birthmark, light colored car. Tell me that you still got the flame for me, of course, with the King of Wands. This energy coming through about you putting yourself on center stage right now, cutting away relationships, leaving behind this just faded energy, you guys, learning about your boundaries. You guys are learning about your boundaries, have gone through a lot of significant lessons. Your spirit guides wanted to give you a confirmation that things are moving forward. You're not going to be circling this doom, gloom, drain anymore between people, or this just over sense of drive and moving forward and lust and libido and just fiery energy. You're not going to burn down bridges anymore. You guys have been burning down bridges. You guys have been through the flames of hell. You guys have been through it. You guys have been in toxic relationships. That's karma. Right? And we want to just kind of get away from that. I see us leaving it all behind, and this is the most significant card, right? Leaving it behind. Yes, it was passionate. It's not healthy, though. It's not healthy. We have the devil, right? It's not healthy. Got to leave it behind. Got to value yourself more, right? Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive anyways. So right now, we are literally leaving all of it, everything. Okay, all in the past, because we need to be able to map out our own destiny, right? We've got to be able to steer our life in a direction that is genuine to us. This is learning about codependency. This is learning about being good by yourself, right? That's an important message, right? We want you guys to learn a little bit about yourself. Okay. All right, pile 2, that's all that I have for you. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. Until next time, stay divine. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. So you guys have the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Staves, the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. Very curious energy. All fives and all nines. Fives talk about chaos and change and magic and usually kind of like uncomfortable energy. Nines talk about success. So it's very, very interesting. Okay, so it just feels like there is some sort of combative energy, a lesson about self-worth right now, okay? Combative energy, like just like naysayers, negative self-talk, what's that called? Intrusive thoughts, just chaos and confusion surrounding what feels like someone who honestly is emotionally satisfied and is independent, okay? That's very interesting. I'm going to just go ahead and look at your earth magic right away. Spring equinox with rebirth, shaman with ancient wisdom and healing, and wind with activation. Okay, so I see some sort of catalyst, okay? This feels predictive, right? Some of you could be experiencing this right now, but I see some sort of catalyst meant to shift where you are, because I feel like you guys are about to experience a phoenix from rising from the ashes energy. That's what's coming through. Something is here. The wind is an activation. It is a catalyst. Okay. And if you look right here, the wind and the five of swords, those are very, very similar to me in energy. And I feel like there's just like this uncomfortable change. Some of you might be resisting it. Some of you, this is just predictive. And it just feels like things have been working against you. There have been people working against you. Energy at times actually has felt against you. There's been confusion and mistrust for a path. And I think that all of that is a catalyst because it's meant to guide you where it is more authentic, right? You might be in a place where you feel good, but there's some place that's more authentic. Is closer to what you designed before you incarnated. All right. So don't look at this as something that's negative. I don't get that vibe whatsoever. There's no tower card here. It's just something is shifting, right? It could even, just to pull from my experience, a pesky cold, right? A pesky cold would rob you of your energy, would kind of put you in a mindset that's not so optimistic, right? I guess that's a poor example. This just feels like friends or frenemies around you, just competition for the sake of competition, not even really getting something from it. Just this turmoil, it just feels like a la 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 la, like that. And it's not supportive, right? You don't want to be in that kind of energy. And so that's not necessarily a state of being that I'm recognizing. It's just an event. So there's definitely an event on the horizon, or you could be experiencing this activation right now. It's guiding you towards 2 9s. That's really big. And the reason is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So there's definitely something that needs to be healed. And this has to do with self-confidence, right? It could also just be your job or your finances or your talent, or it's coming through as self-confidence though. Okay. Because there's definitely a grand amount of success that you're meant to experience in this lifetime, and you're not going to get there from where you are at present. So things have to shift. You have 3 5s. It cannot ignore that. It doesn't feel easy, okay, but that does not necessarily mean that it is a disastrous time. It just feels like lots of puzzle pieces moving, many pieces moving, because they're just not going to create that magnificent masterpiece that you designed before you incarnated, okay? And we got to think outside the box here, okay? Now, what I'd love to see is just a confirmation over and over again, right? Uncomfortable equals success, right? And now what's coming to mind is Jonna Jinten. She's a Swedish YouTuber, and she just had this video she released about when things are super uncomfortable, she knows that she's on the brink of producing something great, right? And her example, and I've done this before with self-portraiture, when she's out in the landscapes and she's freezing, she knows that place of discomfort results usually in the most magnificent photographs, okay? And that's what's coming through here. Something that you're going through right now, some uncomfortable amount of change, some level of discomfort is going to result in an incredible rebirth. Okay, that seems to be your reading. Very beautiful. I guess it took me 2 readings to get on board. Wow. So here we are at 5 minutes. You know what? I drew other cards for other piles that I didn't draw for you. I just have not been feeling these lately. Let's just go into this tarot deck. Okay. So throughout this transformation, my King of Swords really did want to come out. So choose your words carefully at this time, okay? Structure is important too as you navigate this transformation, okay? I'm going to ask for an energy that is supported. What is supported right now for pile 3? 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, it didn't feel like financial ruin. This feels like, especially with Shaman, self-worth. You guys are going through a glow up, right? You're in the process, right? The fire is just catching flame right now, okay? And the entire thing needs to ignite, become a bonfire, consume the phoenix so that it can be reborn again from its ashes. So you have a support system in place right now. It's important to recognize that. What's not working for pile 3? 9 of Cups, curious with good fortune. So it feels like what isn't working for you is identifying something big enough, right? It feels like you're settling for too little because it's comfortable, right? And you know, your higher self would never allow you to miss what you're supposed to experience in this lifetime. So it's pushing you forward, right? Something is not satisfying. The fact that we have double concepts of 9 of Cups coming through, that is another 9. I love to see that for you guys. That's 3 9s now. So there is a significant amount of success that you're supposed to experience or celebrate in this lifetime. Right now, I feel like you guys are happy with too little, okay? Happy with too little. Very interesting. Let's keep going forward. Some of you can simply identify where this area of self-worth needs to be healed. That's advice. But I'm going to ask for a bit more. Spirit, what is your advice as we navigate this change? There is a dramatic amount of change in this reading. What is your advice? The Moon, the 9 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, another 9, another 5. How synchronistic is that? Something about not getting lost in the smoke screen. Something about being very frank with yourself, okay? The Moon can hide a lot, right? But it is out for you guys. So there's something that is at the very surface of your subconscious. You can reach down and grab it right now, okay? And it's time to do away with it or accept that. Whatever that is, it's going to look a little bit different, okay? Do not let your mind get the best of you throughout this transformation, okay? Do not let your mind get the best of you. You are in charge of your thoughts, okay? If you're experiencing negative thoughts, recognize that, experience positive thoughts that will transform your reality, okay? Something is hidden or avoided, or there is fear, okay? The 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles with the Moon, fear-based mentalities, okay? It's time to recognize that your situation is far more hopeful than you're giving it credit for. Step into your power, pile 3, okay? I just need to see you step onto this stage where you recognize that you have the ability at all times to better your situation. This is coming down as mental strength, okay? This is also what you've been healing, okay? This is a confirmation from your spirit guides that you have been making leaps and bounds, spiritual progress for real, with feelings of self-worth, recognizing who you are and just how grand your capacities are as an individual soul, recognizing your real talents, your abilities as an empath for some of you as well. Okay. Now, okay, so let's finish up with some messages from your spirit guides. Okay. For pile 3, please. Mix it up. Summer. Flex. Ooh, time is on your side, and this one's coming off. You feel like it's not, right? You feel like you can't trust something, right? You feel like you're going to miss out on something. That energy, you're never going to miss out, okay? You're never going to miss out. That is a mental construct, okay? This concept of time escaping you, thinking that you're too old to experience something is coming through as well. Let that thought go, okay? That's not helpful, and it's just simply not true. I don't know who it is. She's an artist. She started her career at 40, right? Vera Wang, she made her first wedding dress at 40, right? She's 70 now. Looks literally like she's 40 still, and is experiencing a lot of success. So age has nothing to do with it, right? This time is on your side is the most important message. Bold plan, air, too much air. Connect your feet to the ground. You're making good excuses. Time to dive in. B, you have infinity with the rainbow. That is a major blessing, especially because you had the 9 of Cups come out twice for you, okay? You also have the 9 of Pentacles. You have the ability to do whatever you desire in this incarnation, right? Don't settle for too little. There's an energy of settling for too little. It's okay to dream very big. It's okay to want more. And sometimes you might go through this uncomfortable period because you have to take on a new shape, right? Imagine a butterfly in a chrysalis, right? I would feel so claustrophobic, right? And however, after it comes out of that uncomfortable situation, it can spread its wings. And what's coming through is it's so important for that struggle, because if you were to pull a butterfly from its chrysalis, it would die. It would never take flight, because the struggle is what causes the blood to be pumped into the wings of that butterfly. And so all the fluid that needs to be pushed through, it's a result of the struggle, pushing against the restriction of either your mind or your present situation causes things to crack and take shape and to emerge. The struggle is necessary. The butterfly could never take flight if it didn't have the fluids pushed all the way through its wings and outer reaches. And so we can't remove ourselves from discomfort. Sometimes we just need to embrace it because it's meant to show us something. Leads somewhere very beautiful for pile 3. All right, you guys, thank you for bearing with me in my croaky voice. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm wishing all of you very good health this next season, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine.